Hey you, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm finally back with another speed build, and I of course had to make a little home in the new world that came with the My Wedding Stories game pack. Now I know it has been a really long while and I'm really sorry for the inconsistency on my channel. I'm really good at putting way too much pressure on myself in all kinds of ways, including with this channel, and it was really time to take a big step back and just do some other stuff that kept me more relaxed and stress-free, while trying to get another mental state or thought about this channel again, I guess. School is going great, no stress there yet, and hopefully no more either for the rest of this semester. As for this channel, I'm hoping to get back into creating some more builds, but I'm not trying to push myself too hard with any schedules or anything like that. I just want to take my time on each build and without feeling stressed to finish them in time, of course. However, I do still feel like I haven't gotten all my inspiration back, or maybe it's just that I feel a bit of rusty. I think it's just part of coming up with the fun themes and background stories for each build. So if you have any suggestions like color schemes, background stories, or any fun challenges, I really love to hear them. It would really help keep the inspiration going and kind of get back in the game, I guess, and trying to get some new fun builds without kind of repeating myself, I guess. I can of course never fully guarantee that I'm able to build anything huge or a style that I'm not used with, but I do love to challenge myself. It might just take me a bit longer than usual if it is something more complicated or whatever. Now, as for getting back to The Sims again, I have been struggling to get a reshade working properly in my game, and I spent like 2 hours yesterday trying to fix it. But I'm really happy that I did manage to fix it in the end and didn't give up on it, because I really love how my game is looking right now. I don't remember if I had any proper presets active last time, because I have a feeling that I had done something wrong, that some of the I guess shaders were lacking, but I did notice something wasn't fully right when I came back this time around, so yeah, I just had to fix it. However, it finally looks the way it's supposed to do, and I'm really loving it, and it's giving me much more inspiration this way as well. Something else that I've added to the game is the tool mod and the Better Build By mod. Now, I have been wanting to try these mods for so long, but while feeling so stressed before and feeling like I'm on a time pressured schedule, I really didn't feel like bringing this kind of change into my games, because I'm not really good at changes. So I just waited until it would be, or until I would be more ready to experiment with it. However, with my long mental break, I started to feel ready to try this out. And as expected, I really love how these mods affected my way of building. I did only use the tool mod for just a few resizes and elevations this time, but I'm kind of looking forward to try out some more stuff in other builds as well. Now, as for this house, it is actually quite small, which was kind of intentionally because I wanted to make something easy that didn't take too much time to not lose focus or whatever while trying to get back in building. But I wasn't really in the mood to try and squeeze a lot in this home, like a tiny home, and therefore I just decided to rather try and cooperate the space as much as possible and just make it for a couple of Sims only. Also, to save some more space inside this time around, I actually decided to have the stairs outside for a change. I do think this looks quite fitting for this style of house, and in this new world it seems to be tropical enough as well, so I don't think it should affect your gameplay as much. But if you find it easier to have something indoors so your Sims can go from the bedroom to the bathroom, because the bedroom is upstairs and the bathroom is downstairs, and you don't want to have them walk around and outside, I guess you could try and make room for some ladders. I mean, ladders don't take that much space, so it shouldn't be too hard to find the spot, I guess. Now, as for the style, you might have guessed it from the exterior that I was trying to go for something Mediterranean. It is not a style that I'm very good at or very used at. No houses in Norway look like this, so yeah, I just had to follow my gut for this one. I did keep it quite colorful this time around, and I also kept it kind of clutter free, or at least in the inside. I did try and have some fun with the landscape on the outside, but as for the inside, I did try to keep the clutter to a minimum, I guess, because I am still very addicted to cluttering my Sims houses, but I really wanted to make it possible that this house could also be a rental, even though I made it a residential for this time around. And if you would like to have it as a rental, it doesn't really make too much sense to have too much lived-in clutter, I guess. Now, as mentioned before, this house is only for a couple of Sims, but if you would want that to be a 2-bedroom house, then there is technically space or enough space. And you could easily renovate this little sunroom kind of thing in the back to be a normal bedroom. This would make the living room quite dark, seeing that this is kind of the light source of the living room, not that it really matters in The Sims. But yeah, I really thought it looked more aesthetic this way. But again, if you would like to have children on this lot or starting a family, then yeah, this room could easily become a bedroom by just closing it off a bit more, and instead of using these doorways to open it up, you could maybe find some better windows that suited it better. So yeah, it is fully possible to have 2 bedrooms in this house. I mean, the room is, or there's enough room for it. Now, besides that, I don't think I have much more to mention about this build. Again, it's quite colorful. I was really inspired by this peachy color, and it kind of developed from the bedroom to the entire house. And yeah, I really wanted to keep it colorful this time around. So, and I also placed a lot of plants. I'm really kind of an addict to that too, but those might not maybe make as much sense if this would be a rental, because who's taking care of the plants? So maybe they are just fake, but luckily in The Sims you don't need to take care of them, because that would have been a lot of work, seeing that I've placed so many of them. But yeah, I'm really still loving all the plants. And that item that I placed in the little hallway upstairs, I think I never used it before. It's so big and unpractical, but it looked really good here. So yeah, there's a lot of plants, more than enough greenery here. So yeah, now I really don't think I have much more to say about this build, but it's really, really colorful. For me, at least. I'm really used to use more natural colors, and yeah, maybe 1 or 2 colors at a time and not those bright ones. But yeah, if you want to download this build, then it will be on the gallery soon under the or under my ID SerefinaYT, or under the hashtag SerefinaCreates. But I also keep always a few links down below, so it will be a bit easier for you to find them back as well. And of course, some more specific information about the build I will also include in the description. I do of course hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you will be notified whenever I post something new. And I think I will just cut the voiceover right here. So thank you so much for watching, and I do hope I see you next time. Bye bye!
Every time that my mind slip, I just see my past life. Having dreams in a dream, I wonder why I carried on with the things that made you lose your mind. There's no way I can undo what I've done. Can we be strangers again, start fresh like a morning? What's so bad about that? So why won't you follow? Why won't you follow me home? I know I can't make you mine. Yes, I ran out of town. There's no hope for me. I fell down the bottom, so I fell down way deep. But if I can't have the real you, then let me make a 3D print. life alone. They don't know what it feels like, but I do. So you faded out while I watched it down, obsessed with myself. Wanna hit the reverse on what's broken. Can we be strangers again? Start fresh like a morning. But what's so bad about that? So why won't you follow? Why won't you follow me home? I know I can't make you mine. Yes, I ran out of time. There's no hope for me. I fell down the bottom, so I fell down way deep. But if I can't have the real you, then let me make a 3D print of you, of you, of you, of you, of you, of you, of you. I shoot in the dark, so I miss my target. It's the time to move on, but I cannot. I shoot in the dark, so I miss my target. It's the time to move on, you know. So why won't you follow? Why won't you follow me home? I know I can't make you mine. Yes, I ran out of time. There's no hope for me. I fell down the bottom, so I fell down way deep. But if I can't have the real you, then let me make a 3D print of you. Love is like a roller coaster, but I'm trying to hold on. I don't want it to stop. Even though we fight sometimes and it feels like a war zone, I still care about us. How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what we said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, I know that it's difficult dealing with emotions, but I want you to know that you'll always be on my mind. Even in the hard times, I care about you. How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what we said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, love you a little bit more. 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 How do you move on when everything is wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being